part of the frustration for the Rangers clearly is the fact that it started well for them. 78 seconds in, the Rangers finally get a 5-on-5 goal for Mika Zibanejad. His 18th such scoring chance so far this season. He finally converts. Again, high danger off the rush.
That's right. And, it's kind of funny, too, because we're talking offense a lot, but these two teams defensively give up a lot off the rush. So this is what we're going to see on Tuesday as well. We're going to see give and take, and I don't know if the Rangers want to play that game, because if you give 10 chances to the Rangers off the rush and you give those same 10 to the Penguins are going to beat the Rangers lineup tonight. So that's what you're looking at. Good support, though, for Zibanejad with Lafreniere and a good stick, one-handed, as we talked about, John, with Buchnevich. Zibanejad, he looked himself on this play. He notices the goalie's down. I thought he was passing the entire way, and he shifts his weight, and he gets up on one leg, and he puts the puck perfectly where goal scorers score it. So he looked great. He had a follow-up play with some rebound chances after that. A little bit cold, but I don't think the team was that bad offensively tonight. They weren't. They just gave up some big chances that they paid a price for.
And where they paid a price was in a 61-second span when they allowed 3 goals late in the first period. The quickest 3 goals the Penguins have ever scored against the Rangers in the history of those two teams. We saw the first goal. It was the only one of the night that wasn't high danger off the rush. Yeah. But then the second, third, and fourth goals really identified what you had talked about and ended up chasing Georgiev from the net.
And I think a lot of times what happens is defensively, the team is looking for offense. And that's the thing. How much are you going to give and take? If you're going to be number 3 or number 2, where Pittsburgh and the Rangers are off the rush, can you afford to be 28th where the Rangers are off the rush against? And I believe it was Pittsburgh at 19. Right. So now you're saying to yourself, okay, maybe if we're not looking for so much offense, we're not going to give up as much the other way. And this play with Miller here, I'm telling you right now, he's got to take his hand off his stick and just use his hand to bring the puck down and be in more defensive posture versus trying to bat that puck down and going the other way. Again, we saw Fox and Lindgren here get beat because they were outside the dots, and there's a wide lane there, and you can't allow the Pittsburgh Penguins to enter over your blue line through the middle of the ice. Backdoor play, gets turned around as the defender again, facing your own net. Trouble, stick in a bad position here, and a slide, a snow angel, which I never like because you throw yourself out of position. But these are all areas where individually I feel like players can learn, and I don't always look at goals as judgment. I look at goals, John, as information. What went wrong? What can we correct? What can we do differently? What's working around the league? What are the trends? Just look a little deeper. It's really more of a conversation about player development than it is about just being really down on the group.
So David Quinn called a timeout, changed his goaltender. Keith Kinkaid came in. First game as a New York Ranger, obviously not his first in the NHL. Played 5 years for the Devils, 157 games overall. He allowed 2 in the third period. Again, high danger off the rush, odd man rushes. But I thought overall he was terrific. What stood out?
Well, he just looks different to me. So I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what the first day with Benoit Allaire is like. Okay, Benny comes on the ice, right, John? You're going to like this. He holds the puck up and he would say, Vali, what is this? And, I'm a puck. What do you want? Vali, this is not a puck. This is a question. You have to give the answer. And then he would say, there is not 5 answers for this shot. It is 1 answer every time. And he makes your game simplified. This is not Keith Kinkaid from last season in Montreal. It's not the guy from New Jersey. This is a new goalie. He's playing between his posts. And the thing about the hockey puck is it tells goalies how fast to move, when to move, where to move, how to do it. And he plays between his posts now, whereas he used to, if you remember, he used to go 2-pad stack across the net. He was composed and came across, and he made a nice butterfly slide save where he was building the wall. I thought he was outstanding. His game was nice. So, and we talked about this, first save of the game on a breakaway, and then he's into really tough areas of the ice where he was really hard and down and sealing. These are all technical saves, and he's known as an athletic, acrobatic goalie, so that still shows up there, which looks great for him because he still has that in his game, but he's not going to be acrobatic and athletic on his first save. And that's the difference when you work with Allaire. He's going to reel you in. Allaire is the perfect coach for a guy like that. Keith Kinkaid's probably going to leave this experience at some point with the Rangers and say to himself, oh, I wish I had this guy earlier in my career, because that's what he does. He takes a wild goalie, he brings you into the paint and has you between the posts. And then you start just giving one answer for this thing right here, and it makes the game simplified and easier.
And depending on Igor Shesterkin's status, we may see Keith Kinkaid again on Tuesday night, Rangers and Penguins in Pittsburgh.